right now, I haven't done a video for quite a while. I just haven't felt like doing one. So today I was doing a little research on my John Deere A here row crop. Okay, it's a 1941 row crop tractor. Okay, this tank right here did kerosene. This one right here did gasoline. Okay, I took the old floor. That was the old floor right there, with the seat and the brakes are hooked to. I took that off, and the original floor was still under it. So you'd put the seat right there on these bolts right there. Okay, you'd put a brake there, and you put one over there for these. I gotta let the dog out here. And right now, I came over to my shop. She's been antsy. It's been a work in progress. Okay, I seen a nice tractor on excuse me, on YouTube that was the same exact kind, John Deere. Everything was the same, but it was a B. Okay, so that's kind of, I don't know. They're pretty much both the same, really. I mean, so yeah. But I just wanted to show you guys that. I wanted to tell you guys it's a 1941 John Deere A. Okay, looking on eBay, and I found a original, and I mean original, manual for this tractor. I think I'm gonna order it. Okay, and yeah, this tractor right here needs a little work, little TLC. The main thing is to get some of these dents and creases out of it. Okay, the grill up here is kind of bad. It's not. I mean, it's got the old farmers in the day. They used to just run it into stuff. So it's kind of why it's like that. Okay, let me grab my light here, and I'll show you guys how to operate one of these. Okay. So, as you can see here, maybe I can get this thing set up here. Perfect. Okay. As you can see, right here's the choke, okay? Right there. And if I remember right, this choke, that's full choke, that's no choke, it's like half choke. If I remember right, okay, I need a new sediment bowl on it, okay, and I was wondering, well, what's this pipe here go to? Well, this goes to the other tank that it hooks onto the sediment bowl, but they just unhooked it. So I don't know where it went into, but all I know is they just unhooked it from the sediment bowl. Okay, because this is not the original one, because the original one would have it, there'd be another hole like right here, okay, and you'd have it come down and you would switch it, okay, on, off. So all they did was they just hardwired it. So what you would do, okay, is maybe I can set you guys up. Looking for a spot. I'll use my punches. Okay, maybe. So what we got here is we got the flywheel. This tractor right here is a hand start. So some people think, well, hand start. On the newer ones here, we had a pedal right here because it had a battery. Okay, a lot of times battery would fit right in here. The newer ones, like 1950s up A's, had the pedal right here, or they would have a button up here that you would push, and you just hold it and it would okay, so that's what would happen. And when you go to start one, you got a petcock right here and you got one on the other side. You open these, you make sure that your fuel is on, because if your fuel right here is not on, then you cannot do it, because the kerosene, how you'd start it is you'd make sure your kerosene is on, because kerosene burns a lot hotter and it burns better than gas. Okay, so this kerosene one right here is only like maybe a gallon, okay, of kerosene, and there's like, I think like 5 gallons or something. No, maybe there's a lot more of fuel. The fuel goes all the way down to like the letter J or whatever. So what you do is you give it a little throttle, okay, and the throttle is right here. So you give it a little bit, just not too much, just a smidgen, okay? Because if you look at it here, here's where the throttle is. This would be pushed in. It's like this. So I'll show you here. So watch that. So that's full throttle. That's no throttle. So you want to just barely move it, okay? Just like so. Okay. This tractor does not run, but I'm just showing you everything. So give it a little bit of that. Give it, like, let's say, keep it at half choke. Okay. Got these open. Now, the nice thing with these 2 cylinders, okay, is you got your pistons right up in the front, okay? And when you've got these petcocks open, when you know it's flooded, because you would see gas spraying out of it. So you just give it a little bit more choke and everything. So you have it on, so let's say, right now, this scenario, it's on kerosene, right? Switched her over to kerosene, I'm getting everything going, and you just start kind of going, just going a little bit, and you just turn it right over. It's hard to turn because it's got the petcocks. You do that. So let's say it started, okay? After 2 turns, it starts. When it turns backwards, that's not good. Okay? You do not want this flywheel to turn backwards. Excuse me. Sometimes I've got the hand clutch, okay? You've got the hand clutch right here. And when you start it, you want to have that up, okay? Because it just makes it just a smidgen easier to start, okay? So then I'll just turn it back down. You got an air filter right here. You got one there. You've got one up front there, okay? Right up there. So you've got an air filter right here, okay? And I've got to clean both of them, because if you look at this one here, I'll pop this off. If you look at this air filter, it's one of those oil baths. As you can see that, it's beyond cleaning. Can't even see through it. Okay? So, it's one of those oil bath ones that you just put oil in there. And so that's how that is. And same with my Farmall Super A out there. That also has an oil bath air cleaner, which I put a tarp over that today because we haven't had very much snow. Right now, this morning, I went out hunting with me and my dad, and when we got out there, it was like, my grandma and grandpa's, it was like 10 degrees out, so freezing. So I came home, and at that time, right now, we've been heating up, so there's no snow, nothing. Okay, so I came home and I was just like, I'll put a tarp over it. So I put it over the motor and it should be good. But that's another video. Okay, so when you got this, to shut it off, some people just push it all the way down, throttle it all the way down. Well, it's good to kind of just keep it at kind of an idle, okay, like when you started it, and then go and take for your sediment bowl and turn the fuel off. By then, you should be off the kerosene. You should be on the fuel, okay? So you turn the, you turn the the sediment bowl off. Okay, you'll turn it off, and you just let it go out because you got the carburetor up here, and when that's full of fuel, you know it's not really good for them. So you just turn the fuel off, and it runs out. It just all the fuel leaves. Okay, so that's kind of just some simple stuff that you want to do on these old tractors. They were made to run. Okay, and that's what these tractors were made to do. They were made to run. They were not really made to sit. I mean, this one is just sitting because I haven't got time to work on it yet. So yeah. So I'll bring you guys along when I start working on it again. Okay, I'm going to put up a big tripod right up over here, and it'll just sit here, and it'll be up so I can look down. Okay, so moving on to something different. Right now, we got 330 conibears. I'll be using those soon. I'll bring you guys along on that. Same with all them traps. Okay, this video is about trapping, or this channel does trapping, all this different stuff. Okay, I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna end the video up here. I'm gonna end it right here, and there'll be hopefully a few videos coming out on trapping. So yeah, have a good